Welcome to our online gathering of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Little Rock. I am Rebecca Retzel. I've been a member of the church for about a decade, and I have the honor of being the current worship chair. Whether you are a longtime member or joining us for the first time, we are glad that you have joined us for this brief moment of socially distant fellowship. Wherever you are, whoever you are, we welcome you here. This week, I enjoyed some Chinese takeout for the first time in months since all of this began. Though it is not a place I usually go to for poetic inspiration, today our opening words come from the fortune cookie that I broke open at the end of my meal. Words that struck me as speaking so gently, yet so courageously, during a time of extreme uncertainty. I want to share those with you now. Faith is the bird that feels the light and sings while the dawn is still dark. And now I invite you to join with me wherever you are in our affirmation of covenant, the words of promise we say each week, words that bind us together as a community of faith. Please recite them with me. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other. This Sunday, in lieu of a traditional message, we're encouraging you to join the online worship service of the Church of the Larger Fellowship. This happens every Sunday at 7 o'clock Central Time at questformeaning.org. As a UU congregation with no geographical boundary, the CLF creates global spiritual community rooted in profound love, which cultivates wonder, imagination, and courage to act. For over 10 years, this online sanctuary of the CLF has been here for you, and we hope that you might consider it a resource during this time of social distancing, but also beyond. Their website has a variety of resources that can be accessed at any time, and you can RSVP for tonight's worship service by visiting questformeaning.org/worship. You can also find this link in the email that was sent out with today's service information. At this time, we pause to share a moment of stillness to recognize joys, concerns, milestones, and meditations. We are thinking of all among us who are undergoing medical testing and waiting for news, all who are receiving treatments and therapies. We send strength for the journey, along with the support and love of our community. We are thinking too of all our world who are sick, all who are grieving the loss of someone close, all who are trying to find their footing in an uncertain world. As we pause for stillness, I'd like us to take a moment to just be. I'm going to share with you some sounds from my front porch during a recent stormy night. I invite you to close your eyes, to relax, to feel the ground beneath you, and to breathe deeply. As you know, this is Memorial Day weekend. For many of us and many in the congregation, this would mean gathering at the Buffalo River for a time of food and fellowship and, of course, a float or two. 2020 will be the first time this trip has not happened in decades. And we wanted to take a moment to grieve the loss of this event this year, but to also celebrate the times that have been had there. Times that have been had in the past, but also times that will continue to come in future years. We have a short slideshow to show you.
Late last year in wintertime, broke, nowhere to go. Down and out, lost and alone, nothing good to show. I looked around anxiously, stared out into space. Had some thought, oh, what the hell, just leave this lousy race. The morning came, early spring, snows near all melt. Standing near the windowsill, just thinking about how I felt. I laid my walking stick aside, opened up the door. Walked outside and looked up high, saw an eagle soar. So loosen up a bit, my friend, relax and feel the breeze. Look within, begin to know who you really ought to please. Seashore driving, hell-bent rush, chill out, don't you know? You don't have to push the river, it knows how to flow. The sun's still shining, summertime, dawn's breaking swift. Pleasant wind blowing southerly gave my spirit lift. As I look back to a darker time when hate was all I knew, and I break a smile with thoughts of love, thinking mostly about you. The sun is setting, it's autumn now, leaves begin to turn. Heat of summer fading now, but I still have lots to learn. I wake up feeling grateful now, feet steady on the floor. Love abounds, learning, growing, who could ask for more? Loosen up a bit, my friend, relax and feel the breeze. Look within, begin to know who you really, really ought to please. Seashore driving, hell-bent rush, chill out, don't you know? You don't have to push the river, it knows how to flow. No, you don't have to push the river, it knows how to flow.
Thank you so much to Karen and to John and to Rich and everyone who contributed to make that slideshow possible. It's nice to be there in spirit. If you have photos from the Buffalo River trips between the years of 2015 and 2019, we are putting out an all call for those photos. You can get them to Karen, email them to uuclr@uuclr.org. We'd love to have them. I also want to send a special thank you right now to John Perez, who's sitting in the background being our tech host for today, putting in the work it takes to make these services possible. We want to remind you that there are many ways to be connected during this time. Everybody is welcome to attend coffee hour with Reverend Jan this Wednesday, May 27th at 11 a.m. And youth and families can connect via Zoom. If you're interested in that, please reach out to Rachel Finley if you'd like to be a part of those gatherings. Coming in June, short story discussion with Rev Jan will be held on June 2nd at 11 a.m. The annual meeting will be on Sunday, June 7th at 2 o'clock by Zoom, on the phone, or for those of you who would like to come in person, we are opening the church but would ask that you follow CDC guidelines for distancing as well as masks. And lastly, the June essay discussion with Rev Jan will be held on June 16th at 11 a.m. You can find those ways to be connected through the church's email. And visit us, uuclr.org, or on our Facebook page. You can also continue to make financial contributions to continue the work of our church by mailing a check or visiting the website. As is our custom to close worship, we speak together words of hope. Wherever you may be right now, I would invite you to join in our closing blessing. We will get those words on the screen for you. Say them together. Go out into the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to what is good. Return to no person evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the suffering. Honor all beings. I want to thank you for tuning in this morning. I also want to remind you to join us for the CLF worship service tonight at 7 o'clock. We hope that many of you can take advantage of that resource in the Unitarian Universalist Church. Thank you all. Please stay safe, stay strong, stay connected. Take care.